everyone, and welcome to Prima's 2020 Christmas concert. Obviously this year we have to come to you virtually. So there are no dance troupes, no gift shop, no raffle, no bar unfortunately. But that also means there are no ticket sales for Prima. And we rely on that fund throughout the year to pay for the hire of the practice hall, the music stands, the musical scores. So if you do feel you can donate, it would be so gratefully received.
Weeks before Christmas, all through the land, not a person was rehearsing, nor even a band. The music in their folders was unplayed and put away, and spirits were low with no concert to play. The virus was winning, the musicians so sad, and then came an idea to make everyone glad. Let's do it online and remember the fun when our music gave joy and an audience was won.
I'm Tony, and I joined Prima about 2.5 years ago to play tenor sax. Sorry about the garb, but this is Christmas, so here we go. When I joined Prima, I was looking for a band that was really good fun, a great friendly atmosphere, played good music, and particularly had a really good friendly leader, and that we have with Helen. I also wanted to play along with about 3 or 4 other tenor saxes because when you're in a little group like that in an orchestra or a band, then you can listen out to hear what they're playing, and if you haven't quite got it right, you don't know the piece of music very well, then of course you listen out to see what they're playing and try and imitate what they're doing, and 9 times out of 10 you'll get it eventually and you'll all be playing really well. There's great fun to be had making music with lots of other musicians and taking part in the concerts a couple of times a year, because the concerts are great fun. Helen makes them even more fun than normal, and of course the audience enjoy it, and you hear them clapping and enjoying it, and of course there's money that we collected and it goes to charity, which is really good. So there's musicians of all levels playing in the band, from your grade 8s and above probably to people like me who have no grades whatsoever, but just enjoy playing in a band and making the good music and having a good time. So that's what we're all about, and Helen is great at pulling us all together and getting the best out of us for whatever concert we're doing. So I hope you all have a lovely Christmas this year, despite the COVID, and maybe see you next year at one of our concerts. Bye.
I've been with the band since its inception, almost 21 years ago. In my late 40s, I went to a music shop to buy some cork grease for my son's clarinet, and there was a marvellous second-hand bassoon. And I phoned up Helen, who was my son's clarinet teacher at that time, and said, "If I buy a bassoon, can you teach me?" And she said, "Yeah." And so I learnt bassoon, and it was like starting all over again, and much, much harder than being 12. But I managed it, and I persevered. And then one day Helen said, "You need to play in a band." So I went along to the band, and it was a terrifying experience, really terrifying experience, because being an adult, I presumed that other people would think I was proficient, and of course I wasn't. I was a beginner. And I sat next to a very nice girl, and I played my first tune, and I have to say it was one of the best experiences ever, and your confidence grows, and it was brilliant. And I was so excited that when I came home, I said to my husband, "Guess what I played tonight?" And he said, "What?" And I gave him a rendition, which was dit da 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 dit da 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 da. I said, "What tune's that?" He said, "I've got absolutely no idea." And I said, "White Christmas!" Because of course the bassoon doesn't always play the tune. And that's not a problem, because I was playing part of a tune with other people, which made the most marvellous fulsome sound, and that was good. When we got to Prima, it was a truly, truly brilliant experience, because we all wanted to be there. We all wanted to continue the playing in a band. We all wanted to support Helen. And we had interesting music. Some of it was a challenge, some of it wasn't. But it was fun, because you got to join in with other people, and that is so joyful. Making a whole tune, being part of a whole tune that just comes together and fills your head and fills your whole being with joy. It's magic. It's absolutely magic to be part of a moving tune, to play your part. As bassoon, I didn't always get interesting parts, and then sometimes I got the tune, and that was of course ever so scary because I was used to playing long notes. But Helen has always been supportive. You feel safe with her. She encourages you through the difficult moments.
You want to play, you want to be there. It's a really, really great experience. Cake is very much part of the band. I think we're all missing cake at the moment. There are so many of us that usually there's cake every week. And when it's your birthday, you need to provide cake for between 50 and 60 people. But it's only once. And the other weeks of the year you eat other people's cake. So it's a really good sale. You get to do what you can do, and it's magic. I do like eating cake. I have to say that Fairy Tale of New York is a lovely piece to play, and really, really wonderful. And again, you get caught up in it. You start in, the other people are doing their bits around you, the other instruments, and off you go, and it's amazing. And you're like, wow, that was a good one. And you arrive at the end, and it's just, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I was here. I'm glad I'm part of this. I am lucky to be part of this.
Obviously this Christmas has been understandably slightly different, so no concert, which is a real shame, but we do normally do a couple of concerts a year, and this is a real nice thing for everyone to do, because we work so hard on creating these wonderful pieces of music. We work so hard in bringing up our standard of playing. We work so hard together just to make this work, and then to be able to do a concert with our friends and family there watching. There's nothing quite like it really. It's a real special atmosphere to be able to bring along those who've perhaps been part of your musical life, who've encouraged you along the way, and then you come along and see you playing this great band, have fun while they're listening, and it's really special. I've never regretted learning an instrument, and I've never regretted joining Prima. It's quite a unique band, really. It really is an experience. It is unbelievably fun. We play great music, but during rehearsals, it's just full of laughter often. It's just, we accomplish so much through our playing, and we create great music, but we have such a laugh doing it. Really, it is really incredible. And the confidence it gives myself, and I know it gives other musicians in the band, is just amazing. Everyone feels like they can just be themselves, improve their playing in a very friendly, relaxed atmosphere. It really is great. And the friends I've made there, I mean, oh my god, the friends, they are amazing. I have made so many good friends there. They're all my friends, but I've made so many good friends. And there's cake. Now, there's cake at every rehearsal, which isn't the reason I go, but it's a very good reason to go. There's always cake, and the cake is always amazing. So if you like cake, pick up an instrument, learn to play it, and come and join Prima. Not only will you have an amazing time, not only will you improve your playing and play some fantastic music, not only will you make some great friends, some lifelong friends, meet so many people, you get to eat plenty of cake. So I would highly recommend it to anyone out there. So first of all, pick up an instrument and then come along to Prima. You'll be more than welcome. We're a very welcoming bunch. We're all slightly mad. It's the best way to be, and you would have a laugh, I guarantee it.
Well, hello everybody out there in cyberspace, on the World Wide Web, on social media, wherever you are. Hope things are going well. Hope you're having a great time. It is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. There's a little bit of a hint there on what we're going to be talking about and what we're going to be hearing soon. Let's talk a bit about Prima. Where did it all start? Where did my musical journey start? Well, for me, it started when I was 10. I was inspired by a tune that I heard by Jerry Rafferty and played by Raphael Ravenscroft, and it was Baker Street. And so, like so many other sax players, thought it was unbelievable. An amazing tune, amazing tune. It's not particularly challenging to play. In fact, it's quite simple. However, the actual effect and the sound it brings is awesome, and it has become a huge classic. I was looking for a band, and someone recommended Prima. So I thought, well, let's see what it's all about. So I turned up, and I was made to feel incredibly welcome from the moment I walked in. And there is one unsung hero who's responsible for it all. Helen, absolute amazing woman, works so hard to make it such a great environment. I mean, you learn, you have a laugh, it's really good fun. And not only does she manage to keep all of us under some sort of control, because we are a bit of a rabble and probably very, very difficult to actually keep under control, and we don't practice an awful lot. And I think she knows deep down, but that's between me and you. Okay, we'll keep that to ourselves. Don't let her know. Is obviously playing the music. That is the most important thing. It's my bit of escapism. No matter how bad a good a day I've had, if it's been a bit down in the dumps, I get there, start playing, and just let all your troubles go. Let them pass you by, and just feel the music. It's unbelievable. That feeling you get when you're in amongst that whole group of people playing some lovely, lovely music. It just takes you away from it all. As I said, that's my escapism. But that's me. I enjoy the cake. I don't do the practice very much, which I'm quite guilty of. But I do like to play. No matter how good a player you are, there's always something new that someone can bring to the party, if you like. So yeah, if you're thinking about playing and you think, well, I'm not really that good, come on down, come join us. We're all very friendly people, and the more you play with more people, the better you will actually get. So it's a knock-on effect of being with a bunch of crazy people like us. You will actually get better. So yeah, hopefully that'll inspire you to do something, or maybe come down and see what it's all about, or just see one of our concerts, who knows. But whatever happens, enjoy the music that's coming up later on. Hope you have a really, really good Christmas, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And stay safe out there. And who knows, may see you soon.
So today I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story and how I joined this fantastic band. My first saxophone was bought by my husband from a charity shop in Boscombe. Obviously, that's as much as he values me. Anyway, joke was on him because I started playing it and suddenly, actually, I'm not too bad. First time I played it, probably about 18 years ago. I joined the band about 15 years ago, and initially I was really scared. They all seemed to know what they were doing and I had no idea. I wasn't very good at that point. I think I'd probably just passed about grade 3 on the sax. You know, having music exams with 9-year-olds that were sitting in the waiting room. I was like sweat pouring off me and they were just absolutely chilled. Anyway, so past grade 3, joined band, thought I'd be brilliant. Clearly I wasn't, and I was a little bit scared about making a mistake, but this band is so welcoming, they're so friendly, they're so supportive. You know, we all have off days, we all play music. Sometimes we're brilliant, sometimes we're rubbish, sometimes we should have just stayed at home. But they're really good, they're really supportive, and I love it. Even if I've had a rubbish day and I really don't feel very well, it's almost like I have to come to band practice because I just love the people and I'm really, really missing them this year. It's just so sad. I hadn't realised how much I needed music. So Christmas in itself is just a great time in band. We all dress up, and obviously I don't always go out looking like this, but I thought maybe I'd like to make a little bit of effort. But normally we go completely all out for Christmas. We have keys jingling, we've got tinsel, and we just have a great time. So looking forward to 2021. I hope you enjoy the music we put together for this little piece, and looking forward to seeing you slightly more normally maybe next year.
My name's John. I'm a clarinet player with Prima concert band. Been asked to give you an idea of who I am and why I love music. I started music professionally over 30 years ago within the Armed Forces, Her Majesty's Regimental Band of the Scots Guards, where I was employed as a principal violin player with the State Orchestra, performing at investitures, state banquets and various other engagements. within the country and around the world. However, because of being a violin player, I had to learn an instrument for marching band. So that was clarinet, lighter than a French horn, which I was also given the option of. So therefore I played clarinet whilst out on parade, trooping the colour, beating retreat, and again various ceremonial duties, engagements across the world, including the handing over ceremony of Hong Kong back to the Chinese Republic. I spent 30 years doing that, and as a profession, wonderful, but you seem to lose a piece of the enjoyment, as it were, which I have rediscovered whilst being within the band. Prima, a great ensemble of with such a diversity of people and players, brought together under the skillful hands of Helen, who she's a true stalwart of the musical industry in managing and organising the music, the people, finances, the gigs, which, because of the COVID lockdowns, we're not allowed to bring you a live one, which we would love to do, but maybe that'll be next year according to the news today. We'll be able to get back to some sense of normality. The idea of Prima, it's so essential within the community that we are in. It brings joy, happiness, a bit of escape from the day-to-day lives of people, and also it gets you out of the house. You re-establish the beauty of music and just being able to relax and forget and enjoy a result after some practice. Not so much nowadays, which I'm sure I'll get my wrist slapped for. But it's such a wonderful tool of life, and it's just really exciting to see people's reaction at the end of a concert. They might come in, their shoulders down, a bit glum after a hard day, but a couple of hours later, a glass of wine, a bottle of beer, they leave the place with a big smile and a spring in their step. So, Christmas. With the music that we're playing is to get it all going. I think festive fanfare gets you sat up, ready to expect, and gets you prepared for Christmas. It's a lovely little piece, and I think it opens the door to a lovely concert. If that's lovely, well, I've said it. But hopefully I'll see you at some live concerts in the new year. But meantime, have a good Christmas and stay safe.
Well, it certainly wasn't the concert we were planning, but I really hoped you enjoyed hearing the band. Fingers crossed that next year we shall be able to perform live again, as we are all missing it dreadfully. It's such a treat to have you in our audience while we kept the beat. If you'd like to help us further as we try to keep the band alive, a couple of quid will help us, or maybe 10 or even 5. Please donate online and help our plight. But for now, Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Hi again, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Some fantastic festive pieces. Like I said before, if you can donate, that would be fantastic. But for now, from Prima, Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year.